Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about preparations for my trip to Norway. Of course I bring a lot of gear with me and I just want to talk and show you guys what kind of gear I bring and why I make this kind of decisions. Potentially it could be a really long video because I don't want to rush things. I just want to explain as good as possible. So yeah, grab yourself a cup of coffee and then come back to the video because it will be a long video. Before we start, I also want to thank my sponsor for this video, that is Rion. And Rion is the place where I always go to buy my camera stuff, new or used. And I think their service is fantastic. So I put a link in description to their website. Check them out and feel free to contact them if you have questions about cameras or camera gear. They're a really fantastic partner. So thank you very much to make this video possible because yeah, of course I need to show all the gear that I bring with me. So I make this video now on one of their loaner cameras. So yeah, big shout out to Rion. Thank you, and yeah, I hope to work together a lot more in the future. Yeah, without further ado, we're going to categorize this video in a few like in a few segments because it's a lot. And I think the most interesting topic for most of you is the video or photography side of the equipment. So yeah, let me start with this and then work my way to the transport, backpacks, sleeping bags, tents, clothing, and all the accessories and extras what I bring with me in the field, like food and kitchen stuff. Yeah, so it will be a really long video, so apologies for that. I tried to make a little bit of chapters underneath so you can skip a few parts if you don't like a certain, or if you don't are not interested in a certain point, that you can just skip it and don't have to listen the whole time to me what I'm talking about. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to start about the camera equipment what I bring to Norway. So as you see guys, it's a lot of gear what I bring to Norway. I'm going to start in the back and work my way to the front. And also this gear is not like this is the best, this is one that you need to buy. If you have different kind of version of different brands, also fine. I did my research on a lot of items and I think this is price quality ratio is really fantastic with everything is on the table. I tested everything like thoroughly. So yeah, I think this is for me the nicest option what is available in this moment. And again, it's not saying that this one is the best one that you need to buy because other brands or everything is also great. Yeah, without further ado, what kind of cameras I bring? I bring the Fujifilm X-H2S and the Fujifilm X-H2. Both cameras have their own specialty. I will of course already make a video from that. I bring for the main camera, I bring the battery grip. So in the cold you have a little bit less of a battery power. So a battery grip is just make it a little bit easier to operate on these cold conditions. Then I bring the Fujifilm 16 to 55 f2.8 lens. This is a little bit my workhorse lens to make this kind of videos. And of course, yeah, this is the Pro series because the Red Badge series. So it's a fantastic, optically beautiful lens. Yeah, my main wildlife lens will be the Fujifilm 500mm f5.6 lens. Of course, I already make a video about that as well. Yeah, fantastic, really love this lens. The second tailor lens will be the Fujifilm 50 to 140 2.8. Also the Red Badge lens like the 500 and the 16 to 55. This is the Pro series lenses from Fujifilm. So yeah, they're optically stunning. And of course this is an f2.8 and it lets me to create this little bit more environmentally shots at the end of the day or early in the morning. But especially the end of the day when the sun is going down and the 5.6 is not good enough anymore, I can grab this one. Of course, it is a shorter reach, but I can make more like environmentally landscape shots with, for example, the Muskox in the frame. And as well, I bring the 1.4 teleconverter. This is can be attached with this lens or the 500mm to make it even a little bit more of a all-rounder. This one will be then in full frame equivalence 300mm with an f4 opening. So yeah, a really nice range to use for making a little bit different kind of shots than with the 500mm. Now then I bring the Samyang 12mm f2. It's a wide angle lens made a little bit more for vlogging because it's really lightweight, but still it has autofocus and it has a weather protection. They have a weather like sealed gaskets inside, so for more bad weather, it's still usable. And I'm really surprised by this lens because it's optically really nice. It's the same formula as the older one from the Samyang, the 12mm f2 with a manual focus. The optical formula is the same, only they make a little bit more refined with autofocus and weather sealing. So yeah, a really nice lens. I think nice for the Aurora Borealis, the northern light. Of course, also when I'm sitting in my tent, I don't have super lot of space, so I can put this one in the corner and making video from myself. So yeah, this is a really nice addition. Also, I bring the really cheap 15 to 45 kit lens from Fujifilm. It's a all plastic lens. I bought this one in mint condition for like 80 euro. But the thing is, if you know this 1655 will break down, then I still have a similar kind of reach with this lens. So I have a little bit of a backup. So I just like to have big backup from something if I go to do this kind of trips, because yeah, you spend a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of research, everything into this trip, and you don't want to end up there with like having no means to make a video or something. Then I have here my filter, so I have two ND filters, variable ND filters for the Samyang and for other lenses with step up and step down rings. And I have two mist filters from Peter McKinnon. This is really beautiful. That gives it a little bit of a nice vibe in your frame, especially if you have this beautiful glowing lights and everything. That makes a little bit more of a cinematic look. I don't like this word cinematic so much because yeah, you know, you can also make cinematic looks with cheaper gear, but this is making a nice vibe in the frame itself. Then I have from Peak Design little straps, or what I put on my backpack so I can hang my equipment on the straps. I bring my binocular. I think it's really important to see a little bit in the further distance so that you don't have to use your telephoto or lens and camera to see in distance. You can just really spot animals from far away. What might make that you don't miss an opportunity because you come too close and it flee away because you didn't see it. I bring the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. This is a really nice camera. Later I will show you also that on my pulk I put on the front like a little like adhesive, so I can put it on the front of my pulk. I can put it on my backpack. I can put it on top of the camera, on the tripod. I have every like mounts and things to put this one on, so I can make a lot of like different kind of angle videos for you guys. So I think it's really nice. Then I have the DJI charger with 3 of the DJI Osmo Action 5 batteries. Yeah, you can do really long time with this battery from the DJI. Then I have for the Fujifilm 3 double chargers. Yet again, it's a little bit of a backup for everything. Of course, I don't use 3 at the same time, but if one fails, I can still charge everything. Also in the camera I can charge. So yeah, there's a little bit of safety thing there. Then I bring a lot of Fujifilm like batteries with me. I bring 12 in total. Because yeah, you don't want to simply end up sitting there without a charge in your batteries. And of course, again, the cold climate makes a little bit of a hit on your battery capacity itself. So yeah, I have 12 batteries with me, and later I'll show you how I charge it in the field. I have a recorder. This is an Olympus LP S4 recorder, so if I want to do a little bit of a voiceover, I can do it with this one, and I can record very beautiful little sounds of the riff, so I don't have to take my camera, put it on, make the sounds. Now I can just take this one from my pocket, point it at it, press it, and I can record really high quality sounds of nature. I really like this, yeah, little extra to make the sounds in your videos. Then I have the Rode video mic. This is the not the smallest version, but the middle version. It's like powered from the camera itself. This one I use for the vlogging part. Now I have on this camera where I make this video on the micro, the smaller version from this one. And for the like nature, like wildlife sounds, I bring the Rode NTG mic. Yeah, this one is a self-powered mic. Beautiful quality of sound when it's coming out. I really like that. I really love this one. I have several options to take away the low, like the noise in your frames. I really like this sound of this microphones. Then I also have like some add-ons for the DJI. On the side I can montage a light, and if I want I can just montage it on a tripod. And I have my little vlogging setup, really fast and complete. Yeah, so it's, I think, really nice way to make the DJI a little bit more of a all-rounder, not only for some action shots, but also if I walk to vlog, and it's really nice and lightweight. If you have questions, this is the Serial small tripod. The type I don't know anymore from my head. I'll put them in the description because I put a little bit of tape over it, because yeah, otherwise it feels really cold. This tape insulates a little bit so I don't freeze my hands on the metal of this little tripod. But it's a really nice tripod. It's really like good sturdy made. So yeah, it is I really recommend it to if you search for a small tripod to do macro work. This is a really nice one. So I am not even halfway the table and I'm already talking, I think for my feeling already a half hour. Then I have my selfie stick for the DJI action. This is a 2.5, 3 meter selfie stick. So if I want to do some like a little bit higher angles or something, I have a little bit of a possibility to do that. Now of course my camera strap. Then I bring some cleaning stuff, like a little blower to dust off my sensor if I have dust spots on it. In this one I have lens wipes, I have some fluid for my sensor cleaning, I have some swaps for my sensor cleaning. Put everything in this one. Then I have a card, like pouch for my memory cards. And as you see here, I bring several yeah, different kind of cards. It's the Angel Bird cards. It's focus, yes. The Angel Bird card. In total I bring 3 512 gigabyte cards and one 2 terabyte card from this one. This is of course purely for my video. And then for my photography I use the Lexar. This one is a 256 gigabyte card and I bring there 5 of this one. I think for a week more than enough. Of course I don't want to shoot on a lower quality with the Fujifilm system, because the Fujifilm in ProRes, it's beautiful and I really want to have the highest quality image. So that's why I invested in really expensive like cards as this Angel Bird 2 terabytes. This is the new version. Beautiful cards, really nice, and also just really nice that you don't have to think about oh, I cannot make the shot because I need to be a little bit careful for my memory. No, you can just let your camera run and don't miss a bit of it. Yeah, so lens wipes. This is like the moist version from Zeiss. Really nice because they don't leave any residue. Then I have a little organizer for my cables, and the other side will be my adapters. My cables are from X-Storm, the brand X-Storm. And why it's so nice, because this, as you see, and I hope you can see it, this one is like a breaded version. of course. Yes, I have it. This is like a little bit of a cloth around it. And especially when you work in colder climates, this is really nice because it doesn't crack or something. It's really high quality cables. So I have several of these ones to bring with me, and also another brand, also really nice. But I was really looking at this cables, what is wrapped in kind of cloth, to just work in the cold better. And also I bring some normal ones. So then I have my adapters and I have my solar panel. Now, where I go in Norway, of course, I hope that I have a little bit of sunlight, but I don't have so much sunlight in general. But you know, it's a really nice product. I'm testing it for in Norway, and if I can charge a little bit, I'm already happy. But yeah, in this few hours of sunlight there, then I need to be sure that I bring enough battery already for charging all my devices. So yeah, I have from Xstorm this 40,000 milliampere batteries or power banks. I can charge this one with the solar panel, and of course it already hold a lot of charge, so I can charge really a lot of camera batteries with me, my GPS, my phone, all my electrical equipment what I bring, I can charge with this. I bring two of this one, 2 times 40,000 milliampere, and I have two of these ones with 20,000 milliampere. So yeah, it's enough to spend a week in nature without any problems. But if I want to be a little bit longer, because certain weather conditions are that is more beautiful or something, I can stay a day longer if I want. Then I can always charge meanwhile a little bit more with the power bank of the solar panel with the power banks. Now, in the back I have the drone with the batteries and controller in a case. This is the DJI Mini 3. I don't see any reason to upgrade to the 4 because it's for me a little bit more as a recon system, and from now and then to shoot some beautiful drone images and video from the sky. That's it. I don't do this follow thing or fast action that I pedal and the drone needs to go behind me. This one delivers really nice quality, so I don't see any reason to upgrade for now. Now, then I bring, of course, a tripod. This is the 3-legged Leo 2 with the Professional Pro airhead. It has this Arca Swiss clamp on it. A really nice tripod. Of course, this one I use mainly to make the videos from myself, so a little bit for the vlogging, and also if I do some landscape, yeah, then I'm going to use this one. And I bring the heavy duty version tripod with the Benro video head. This is the Ceru AR3204 tripod with the Benro S6 Pro video head with a Arca Swiss clamp on it, and also some accessories what I talk a little bit later about, with a lens coat, winter design camouflage on the legs, mainly because yeah, you can hold it and it's not so cold in your hands. So yeah, this one is for the video, because yeah, you need to have a sturdy tripod. Even if I shoot now with the Fujifilm system, it's still really nice to shoot from a tripod some video. Now everything, or not everything, most of the stuff I bring with me in this f-stop insert. So this one goes into my camera bag, and everything what I use the whole day is inside of here. Minus of course the charging things and everything. So a lot of things, a lot of gear on the table. I hope you guys you can follow a little bit what I'm talking about. Of course I'll leave a little bit of a description behind in the bottom part of the video. So yeah, you see also beside my camera equipment I need to bring a lot of other gear as well. So yeah, this is a little bit the food, the kitchen, the other accessories what I need to bring with me to stay that long in the cold, and stay also relatively comfortable, because if you just enjoy the trip, you have good rest, good sleep, and etc. And also, of course, also food. Then the whole journey, the whole experience is much nicer. So yeah, like what I did also with the camera equipment, I start from the back to the front. And I think I have some few items where I really like to talk about, and in the future I will make a dedicated video on this items, because I think that's really worth to have in your backpack if you do this kind of thing. But even if you don't go that extreme, it's still a really nice option to have. Now, what you see here on the ground is all the food for all the days. So I have this dried food from Adventure Food. The only thing what I need to do is add boiling water, and I have a 600 calorie meal. Now, see a really lot of bags laying. I calculate around 3.5 to 4,000 calories per day. Of course, I'm walking a lot, and of course, it is really cold, so your body just use more fuel. So yeah, food is really important. So yeah, I have this from Adventure Food. I bring some beef jerky for every day, so in the like walking that I can just grab it, and I have some extra proteins and also a little bit of a snack, so it's also just nice. And from the army I have this kind of biscuit, which is also like 400 calories, 350, 400 calories per package, so yeah, it's really nice. And some also from the army, some banana bars with some caffeine. Yeah, because yeah, I drink a lot of coffee, so if I don't drink a lot of coffee or I don't drink coffee at all, I have a headache. There's some bars with some extra caffeine to stay more alert, and also just really nice. And beside that, I have a bag also from some energy like gummies, some little like candies for some energy, and I add some vitamin tablets and things like that, just to stay a little bit healthy, of course, in the field. As well, I bring some protein like powder. So with this powder, I can make some protein shakes to still get the proteins what I need inside. So it's really important to stay really good, like fat, and that you have the power to do what you need to do there. So it's important. And in the back, of course, if you eat all of this, you also need to put it out. I also bring some toilet paper and also some biodegradable toilet paper, because yeah, if you go to nature, you don't want to leave a mess behind or something. This one is biodegradable, so it doesn't stay in nature, it doesn't destroy something. So it's a little bit of respect for nature itself. Now, the table itself have some nice items. So I take the camera a little bit closer so you can see a little bit better, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the things what's on the table. On this table I have certain items, of course the cooking department, and some other things. Now I bring into the field, I bring 3 bottles of fuel. This is already filled up, and it's like this MSR buttons. You can buy them from Primus, how you call this. And I have my MSR Whisper Light burner. This is a expedition burner, a multi-fuel burner. This working in all conditions. I really like to use this because you light it up, it's making like a flame, and after that, when it is heating up, you open then the bottle itself, and then it turns into gas form because of the heat. And this moment is always some like a little bit of special moment, because it's just really nice if you have it really cold and to start up your expedition stove burner, how you call it, for the first time again, and then you feel the warmth in the tent. I really like that. Um, Besides that, for cooking, I have my little like baby like teapot. I really like it. It's enough for one person. If for 2 person, you can do something with it. I can make my coffee. I can boil my water for my food in it, and I can melt my snow and this kind of things. Then I have from Stanley, I have a jar for if I prepare some warm food in the morning to stay a little bit warm. Like with this kind of temperatures, it stayed like 4 or 5 hours warm in this one. So really nice. So in the morning you make some warm food and it stays a few hours warm. I can still eat like nice warm food without that I need to bring the stove and everything with me. Now, of course, one of the most important items in the whole list. This is the thermos. This is for my coffee, or for warm water, for warm chocolate, what I want to make. Because next to my food, I also bring some chocolate to make some hot, like warm chocolate for myself in the field. I have some matches, like store matches. So if my lighter from Zippo doesn't work on the moment or something, I can still always light my burner with some just simple matches. And this is this like waterproof versions that is like even working underwater. So yeah, it's nice. You can just put them on the side and you have always a mean to make fire. Of course, my cup for my coffee. Um, Coffee itself is this just instant coffee, and I bring a 1 liter Nalgene water bottle. And my mother-in-law makes beautiful, and also I will show you because it's one of my favorite gear pieces. She makes really from beautiful wool. She makes like insulation baskets for my water bottle. Because yeah, if you fill up your water bottle in the morning with -20, -25, what could be, it frees up of course. So what I do is, and I didn't talk with you about that because it was next to my food. I have some hand warmers, like chemical hand warmers, and I have then a few that I can just put in next to the bottle. And with this woolen double layer wool, it stays really nice insulated from the cold. I have always liquid water with like a hand warmer next to it. So yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I really like that she made it for me. And it's a lot of work, and she even made some beautiful sweaters, like really thick sweaters for me, some hats for me, and also from when when we go to the sleeping department, like some socks for sleeping. So she made really a lot of like usable items for me. So I really like that. Really happy with it. So yeah, my Nalgene bottle. Then I have my fork and spoon in one. Then I have, of course, a lot of interesting like data to check its temperature in the tent or outside of the tent more. So every morning when I stand up, I can tell you guys how cold it is. And then I also bought this one and have a few functions, and I think it's really nice because a lot of people only think about this one, and it's a Yuko candlelight. It's a spring-loaded candlelight to make a little bit of light, of course, because I have here for reading. You can hang it, like for example, on the. Oh, I'm fighting with this. You can hang it on the side, and you have like a kind of a reading light. So you have a lot of different functions, and I also have a little like roof on it, like you can put it together and it's like on top of it, and you can burn up light. And this little candles what's inside is spring loaded, so it's just always feed itself, and they burn for 9 hours at a time, one candle, and I bring several of them, so I have always enough like light from candles or something that if I don't have the power to charge my batteries for my headlights or something, I always can manage a little bit of light from like a candle. And also, the nice thing is from this, if you use this top version and you put it like on top, you can even put, if needed, you can put this one with like a little bit of a holding, like I make a little bit of like a case around it. I can put it on top with some water, with like for snow inside, and I can just, even when I make some light, I can already melt some snow. So yeah, it's a really nice little, yeah, candlelight from Yuko. So search them out, and they have some accessories for it, and it looks a little bit strange, but this one I use for make it like a little bit nice. It is not banging on other equipment and everything. Now, then I bring my knife because yeah, also you have like some fire starter on it, so it some means if the necessity is really there, I can do something with it. I can survive also without all this equipment, because yeah, I'm also doing bushcrafting. So a knife is a really handy tool to have. Of course, I hope I don't need nothing of it, but it's just a necessity to have if you go into the field and you do an expedition like this kind of things, to also always be prepared on the things where it can go wrong. So important to have also a knife. Some chemical sticks. So this is braking light, so I can just hang one in the morning on the tent, and it stays 12-hour burning. So in the evening when I come back to the tent and it is dark, that I can find the tent a little bit easier. These are the tactical things from the army. They're really bright, and they burn for 12 hours. So I think it's a really nice addition for some safety. If other things fail, I always have some extra light. Now, then I bring from Garmin, I bring a GPS inReach device. So if everything is going wrong, then I can still SOS to the civilized world, and they come collect me if needed. So I can always make contact with the outside world. Also in this device, you can send some text to some friends, some family, that you're all right and everything. So it's a really nice little device. For making your way back to your tent, because you can put waypoints in it and all this kind of thing. For this device, I will make a separate review. For the like the stove and things like that, I will make separate reviews about, because I think a really nice products. And we as wildlife photographer, it's not only about camera gear, but it's also about staying in nature, and all these products, yeah, let you do that. So simply that is really interesting for us to talk also about this kind of gear. Now, if the GPS fails, I also have a compass, so I can always find my way back to civilization with a normal compass, and I have a head torch to make some light if it's like really terrible weather, including some extra batteries. Now, then of course, on a really sunny day, you need to protect your eyes, because yeah, this UV radiation from the sun, it can burn your eyes even. So I have a dedicated sunglasses with some protection on the side, so you can just walk in the snow. You don't get this, they call it snow blindness. The reflection from the sun on the snow is coming into your eyes, and if you have that too long, it can even burn the eyes itself. So yeah, that's why it's really important to, if you go mountaineering, to have dedicated Spectrum 4 or even 5 level of glasses. This is from a U-bow, and it's a little bit of a retro style, because yeah, I shoot Fujifilm, so that's why I also need retro style glasses. It's important to make it a little bit similar in the look. And I also have some sport glasses from Polaroid itself, to just when I walk around and there's not really terrible conditions. And this one is also with blue and yellow especially. This is blue, but yellow especially give really good contrast in snowy conditions. So if you have really bad sight and you put a yellow sunglass on, and you have some better contrast, so you can see maybe a potential danger faster. So it's important to have it with you. To clean my stuff from snow, my backpacks and things like that, I have a brush with me from some like soft material. Also, of course, I bring a dedicated medical pack, so some aspirin, some bandages, some like for if you have a wound, so some blisters and things like that. I pack everything in here, and some also are going into my toilet bag. Of course, I cannot reach it. Oh, my toilet bag with some hand warmers also included in this one. This one, of course, also go with me. And I have a map of the region, because it's really important to know where you are, and don't rely solely on the electronic equipment, because it can fail. So you always make sure that you have a backup in the sense of a map, like analog map, and a compass, so I can always find my way back to civilization if I want. because yeah, I rather stay outside in nature longer than finding my way to civilization again. But yeah, beautiful, nice equipment. I think also some repair sets. So if my pants break or a crack or something, I can repair some clothing. I can repair some tent. I have some equipment to repair my furnace, like my stove. So yeah, and then we go to the sleeping side of everything, because I think there's also laying something. And later I'll also make some videos about this, because yeah, I see a lot of people making the same mistake about sleeping in the wilderness, and especially in cold climates. I see a really lot of time the same mistakes coming back. I will address it in a future video, of course. Otherwise, this video will be, I think, a 3-hour video, and it's already long, I think. And otherwise, you need to listen more and more to what I say. So later video, I'm going to explain more in detail, but I just show you what I'm going to bring for my sleeping. The sleeping side, sleeping is really, really important on trips like this. Of course, in general, it's important, but in trips like this, is good night rest. It's really making difference of making success of this expedition or not. Yeah, I switched, of course, from the Nikon to the Fujifilm world. I saved several kilos in weight and in volume from that, so I can make some decision to make my life in the field a little bit more comfortable. So that's why I choose a little bit thicker mat and a little bit thicker sleeping bag. But the thing is, what I always see with people who's going for the first time for winter camping, is that they buy a really nice backpack, but they don't check the sleeping mat really well. Um, because if you lay in your sleeping bag, for example, I lay in this sleeping bag. This is a sleeping bag rated for minus 30 Celsius. If I lay on it on a summer mat, I compress where I lay on it, and my back is compressing the sleeping bag. So between the sleeping bag and the mat itself, everything, all the loft from the down feathers is just compressed. And therefore is not giving any insulation anymore. All the insulation from your back, or the point where you're laying on, is coming from your mat. If you just choose a regular summer mat, it doesn't give you any insulation. So then you can have a sleeping bag for minus 30, but in minus 10 you have it still cold, because you simply pulls all the heat away to the ground, because you don't have any insulation from the underneath side. Now that's why I use then the Mega Mat from Expat. This is a mat rated for minus 40. Yeah, they do a certain test with it, so it's a really, really thick insulated pad. It's almost sleeping like at home on your mattress. It's really, really comfortable. It's beautiful. I really like to sleep on it. And including this mat for a sleeping bag, I have it warm enough um, to survive in Dovrefjell in the winter. Of course, you have some additions on it. I bring like 2 pillows. One pillow because I just like to lay like that. So 2 pillows I bring. Even if it's getting really cold, like super cold, I have a reactor extreme liner from Sea to Summit that adds a little bit extra warmth to the sleeping bag itself. And also, if you have a little bit of dirty clothing, that makes the sleeping bag a little bit like protecting the sleeping bag a little bit. This is a little pump for the mat itself, but now it's not inflated enough, so you can always pump a little bit more. Yeah, that is a little bit more comfortable for yourself. And also, of course, you wear some clothing. So if I go to sleep, I have my gloves, I have my hat. My mother-in-law make this also. I have my merino wool underwear, and I have a balaclava. So if it's really cold, then the feel the urge to go into your sleeping bag is really there. That you just want to zip it close and you want to go into your sleeping completely, but you breathe out, and while you breathe out, a lot of moist go into your sleeping bag then. Together with down feathers, it's just really not something what you want. Because if down gets wet, it's losing its insulation value. So yeah, you don't want to breathe in your sleeping bag. So I have a balaclava that I can just put over my head and I just protect my nose and my mouth, and with this hat included I have my face protected against the cold, and I have really warm handmade socks by my mother-in-law. Really nice, it's really warm. I really like it. So this everything I wear inside the sleeping bag as well. So if I get it colder than this, I can always take my Nalgene bottle, I can cook some water, I can put it also in the sleeping bag. Just before I go in, I put my Nalgene bottle, I could put it in, because yeah, again, you don't want to have water inside. But yeah, really great products. And this sleeping bag have also kind of like liner what is radiating the heat back to your body. So fantastic product, I really like it. Also in the tent, before I go sleeping, I have from Expat. Again, I'm not sponsored by any of these brands, but I just do like their products, because they make really high quality products. So from Expat I have like pantoffels. So when I go into my tent, I just can take out my big boots, put them for drying next to the fire of my stove, and I put this one on, and it's also like nice insulated, so I have warm feet in the tent. Still can walk around a little bit because they're protected on the other side, but this is a little bit for the sleeping side. Now, of course, I also sleep in a tent, because yeah, you can bring all of this, but if you don't have a tent, then yeah, you have a problem. I use the Expat tent, and I'm forgetting now the number. This is the Ceres 3 XP Extreme. So it's from Expat also. Yeah, again, I have a lot of products from this brand because I really do like what they make. But this is Ceres 3 XP Extreme tent. It's a 3-person tent. It's a tunnel tent and it's really made for polar expeditions. It's a relatively expensive piece of gear, but it's super durable. It can withstand the hardest of snowstorms. So yeah, if you're going to do something like this, invest in a good quality tent, because this is your house, this is your apartment for these days. And if you don't have the quality, with the first storm, your tent is ripping. Yeah, you can bring everything with you, but then you need to go back, or it could be even potentially be really dangerous for yourself. So yeah, I really cannot recommend or advise more to bring a good quality tent with you so you have good night rest. This one is the most high quality. This is tested a polar expedition on Antarctica. Yeah, it's really nice product. Also important, because most of the tents don't come with this kind of like packs. This is a snow pack, and this is like the anchors what you use to put your tent in the snow. They are expensive. This is from Hilleberg. I have them from Expat itself. I have them from some own brands, but I can secure all my lines with these snow anchors. What you do is that you just dig like an piece of snow. You put this one in, and the rope is connecting on your tent. So it's like an anchor in the snow. And the snow, of course, if you put snow on it and you stamp on it, the ice crystals are just like glued together almost, and it's impossible for the wind to take this one out. So it's really nice to use these kinds of things. And also, of course, yeah, if I need to dig in the snow, I will have my snow shovel with me. It's super lightweight, and I can dig my snow around my tent and put some snow on the tent. So yeah, really nice products again. Now, of course, clothing is also really important, because I go from the tent, I go check the Muskoxen, I check the wildlife there, and I stay 6-7 hours in the cold, hopefully in some conditions where I can make some beautiful extreme shots. So yeah, you need to also like be ready for that clothing wise. So the next topic is clothing. So yeah, clothing is a really essential part of your kit as a wildlife photography or photographer. because it lets you stay longer with the animal, longer in nature, and it of course protects you also against the elements. So yeah, what you're going to do or where you need to pay attention of is that if you go in this kind of climates, you need to layer everything. You need to really work in layers. First of all, cotton is really out of the question, because if cotton getting wet, it stays wet. It just pulls the heat from your body, and it could be even potentially really dangerous. So never take cotton clothing with you into the field, especially on this kind of expedition like level trips. The best thing, the best material I think is wool. Wool is fantastic. I really do like it because it has several advantages above any synthetic material. Um, they try to reconstruct the properties of wool in a synthetic material, but they fail to do so because it's just unique. It's like antibacterial. It's like removing odors from you, because if you wear it a week, if you walk in a cotton shirt, it really smells. But wool never smells. So yeah, you just hang it outside. It just opens up the pores of the wool, and the odor is gone. So you can just wear it for a really long time without that you smell. But yeah, because yeah, it's still an expedition. Of course, I'm alone, so it's not so bad. But yeah, you need to think a little bit about it. That you don't have the clothes for every day to change to new clothes and everything. You need to reuse the clothes in several days. So yeah, of course, it is nice that you have wool because it doesn't smell. So layers is important because you want to avoid that you're getting sweat, because yeah, you walk into the snow uphill with the pulk behind you with backpack on, so you work up like some body heat, and your body reacts on that to sweat because it needs to cool down. If you are sweating, everything's getting wet, and you get like colder, and it is really potentially really dangerous. So what you're doing in this kind of like climates is you work in layers, and every layer have their own specific thing to do, because it's really important. Because if you layer, you can just remove some layers and cool down. If you're getting cold, you add some layers and you warm up again. So on certain moments on the trip, you can just take some clothes off and you can put some clothes on again. And of course, if you do that, you need also pack that like that in your backpack. Not that you grab underneath everything, that you need to take everything out of your backpack and then this layer I need, put it on and put everything back in your backpack. Now you need to really layer it also in your backpack, but this is for another video. Okay, wool. My first layer is the layer what I wear on my skin, and in this case it's a merino wool underwear. It's a t-shirt and a long underwear piece of merino wool. It doesn't matter which kind of brand it is. This is a thing from Danish Endurance. Great product. I really like this one. It's really nice and thick because you have also a little bit of a different thickness. But if you do this kind of trips in this kind of temperatures, you want to go for the thicker ones. So this is my first layer, the wool layer. If you use like cotton, again, it's getting wet, it doesn't dry, it loses insulation, it pulls up heat from your body and you get cold. No matter what you do, you get cold. So start always with a nice woolen, merino woolen insulation layer, and it just draw all the sweat from your skin. It traps in here and it just ventilates out. But still, a wool, when it gets wet, it keeps its insulation value. So that's just why it's so nice. Same thing as with the socks. This is really thick woolen socks, expedition grade, fantastic, nice and warm. So yeah, this is my first layer on the whole body. The next layer on the upper body is the woolen vest. This one is made by my mother-in-law. Also really beautiful made, and I really love it. It's nice and warm. Yeah, fantastic. I really like it. This one is really nice and thick, so it's keeping myself warm, but still it is breathable, so it breathes all the moist from your bodies continuing going out. All the technical like Gore-Tex and things like that is also made like this principle that is breathing out, but yeah, wool is just much better. Of course, the downside from wool is not protecting you against the elements, because you need to put something over it. So I bring on this trip two woolen ones, two woolen sweaters, really thick ones, and I have for my neck also a woolen version of a like scarf, and I can just put it a little bit before my mouth, so that's nice. And I have for doing the walking, I have a balaclava, so I protect my ears, my head. Yeah, great. You need it with this kind of temperatures. You need to protect, and also I have a hat and beanie for my head to protect a little bit more. So this is this layer. For my pants, I have a. It looks like a little bit kind of neoprene, and it's really thick, like winter pants from this brand Mammut. Great, really nice, warm. It's like a little bit of a fleece inside. You can pull all kind of cords. It's really nice and flexible. So if you need to make your photos on your knees, you have still the like movement from everything. So it's like nice and stretch, and it keeps you also again insulated while still breathing. And if you need a little bit of extra ventilation, they have openings on the side. Because yeah, everybody's thinking -20, you don't need insulation. Yes, you do need insulation, and you can open like little vents on the side to let some of the heat and moist go out. So yeah, great product. But yeah, then it's just two layers, and these layers are not really protecting you against the elements itself. So for my pants, I have then also a hard shell. And this one is from Mountain Expedition, or no, Mountain Equipment. It's like a hard shell, and this is protecting you against the elements of like rain, ice, snow, and etc. And it just also is a fabric like Gore-Tex. It's still breathing out, but yeah, much less of course than like wool doing. So yeah, this is only the option if this really terrible weather. You can still put this one on. And for the upper body, I have my anorak. That is also like wind and water resistant. Um, so yeah, really great products. But yeah, then I come to Mombo. This is a little bit more about if I'm going to walk. I'm finding the Muskox, and I want to sit there like still 6 hours. Yeah, then you can wear all these things, but you get cold anyway. So I have some extra insulation on top of everything. For my pants, I have a shorter version. It's a little bit like past my knee, and this has a reason, because if you sit on your knees and you're making your photos and you have this long pants with this insulation, it's in your knee, like cavity, or I don't know how you say that, but in your knee part, there's like building up a lot of like material, and it's really uncomfortable to do that. It's really on the end of the day it's painful, and yeah, if you do it the whole week, it's just really uncomfortable. So that's why I buy a shorter version, so you don't have all this material, because you also have still a gaiter for the upper, like underneath part, and this one for the top part. So you don't have this overlapping kind of materials, what makes your mobility a little bit like restricted. So this one I have from the underside, and then I have my parka, and this is a really warm parka from the North Face, but then from the Summit series. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of the North Face products, but I am fan of the Summit series products from North Face, because the Summit series are are made for like the professional, like mountaineering, the professional outdoor expedition like trips. So yeah, if you buy something for North Face and you go on an expedition, really search for the Summit series. And I also, a little bit off topic, but I also have the Summit series from North Face for my gloves, and the same symbol. And these this level of product, this series from them are beautiful. It's really great made. And yeah, this one I can sit next to the musk oxen in nice warm, like comfortable feeling. So yeah, a lot of clothing. Now, most important also for photographers that we can use our hands. So yeah, we need to protect our arm because this is like a little bit the out parts of the latest part of like the longest parts of the human body. So if you're going to freeze, it is or your toes or your fingers. So I have several layers of like for my gloves. I have like really thin inner gloves. So if I need to have the utmost like dexterity of my fingers to operate something, and I still need to have some protection, I have really nice thin inner gloves, with also having some like touchscreen inlets. If I'm going to sit still and a longer time and I still need to operate my camera, and I have some feel, then I can use my North Face Summit Series expedition grade like gloves. And if the weather is not normal terrible, like extreme, then I have my mittens, and this is from Rob. It's the same brand as my sleeping bag, and they are super warm. So yeah, I can use my inner gloves with this one, and I have really nice protection. And this also really nice function from this one. And this one are like a few years old already, but I think they still make similar version, like a little bit newer, but similar. If you have really too warm hands, so you have like sweaty hands, you can just push like the down into the base of this mitten, and you have a little bit less insulation here. If you want to have it back, you can just push it back up, and you have more insulation here. So I think it's a really nice option to also regulate temperature from your fingers, from your hands. So yeah, 3 layers of gloves I have, and of course my gloves for sleeping. So I have 4 pair of kind of gloves with me. Yeah, a lot of like clothing, but the base of everything is shoes. And I have my beautiful, nah, it's not really beautiful, but practical, I can say it, I think better like that. Um, Handbag shoes, and these shoes are really practical. They built for this kind of environment, and the beautiful thing from this shoe and the great practicality is that you have a inner shoe. So the outer shoe is more your shell, with kind of insulation in the walls and underneath, and you have like kind of like an aluminium lining inside to radiate the heat back. So the outer shell is a little bit more protective of the elements, like a raincoat, with some insulation. But the inner shoe is really thick insulated, and it's also made of wool. So yeah, great product. And the thing is that if you have like sweaty feet because you have it warm at that moment, and you come back to your base camp, then you can just take this one out, you put this one next to your stove, and this one you put next to your stove, and it dries much faster. If you don't have this option that everything is included, then the next morning you put it on and the whole boot inside, because the moist, is just frozen up, and it's not comfortable to walk like with frozen boots, and it's potentially also dangerous because you can frostbite on your toes and fingers, and in this case toes. So yeah, taking the inlet out, it's just so much. It's a really nice practical thing because you can dry this one simultaneously and as this one, and it's just much faster to dry everything, and it's just also really comfortable boot. So yeah, this one is also made for temperatures till -30, comfortable, and it's also suitable for using on a snowshoe, because this is the next topic where we're going to talk about. Because all this gear what I bring, from my camera gear, from my sleeping, from my food, from my clothes, I need to bring in bags, and these bags I can only put one bag on, of course, on my back, and the rest is in a pulk. So the next topic is about transport, yeah, and this is the last topic because I think this video is already really long. So yeah, I hope still you are here with me, and I get if you halfway say, okay, this is not my video, because this is really specialized video if somebody really want to do this kind of trips and want to do preparations for that. This kind of people watching these videos. So yeah, of course this is not a video for everybody. So yeah, skip till the moment that I talk about the topic what you are interested in, of interested about. So yeah, next one is transport. The transport part, I think is also really nice because you have several options. All my cooking equipment I bring in an insulation bag, so it is protected a little bit against the elements. Also for insulation, a little bit for the cold. So if I need to carry my water, I can also put it in here with a warmer next to it, and it stays a little bit of protection. But yeah, that's only a bag. My like food and clothing I will carry in a big pulk. This is a 110 liter not pulk, but a how you call it, a really big bag. This bag is also fitted with some, it's a little bit dirty from my previous trips, but with some shoulder straps, so you can also wear it on your back if needed, like backpack. But it's a really big pool. Pool. I said all the time pool. It's not pool. But a big bag, and you can close it, and it's also weather protected. It's like rubberized, finished, and it's also like protected with weather. So your clothing, your food, and other stuff is protected by this bag against the elements. So the other bags what I bring are two big like Fjallraven bags, and one of them I use to carry all the accessories for my camera gear, and this one I will carry all my camera gear in. Because the thing is, what the problem is, I walk on snow. Later I will show you my solution for that. But you don't want to have all the weight on the back, because how more you weight, more weight you have on your back, deeper you go into the snow, because you sink deeper, and it costs you much more energy to walk. So the lighter things are going, like my big jackets, my parka, my gloves, going into the backpack, and of course my main photography gear go into the backpack, but still it stays relatively light. The heavier stuff like the power banks and all the kind of things, equipment, go in this one. I don't need them all the time, but it's going in this, and this one is going on the pulk, and this one is going on my back. So I have a little bit of separation. So I have two really big Fjallraven bags. But these Fjallraven bags, of course, they also want to protect against the elements. So I have two raincoats for protecting this also against the elements. So yeah, great. Also I have from Ortlieb, I have a really big watertight bag. So it is really terrible conditions, or if I am stupid enough to go over a frozen bit and I fall through, all the gear what is really essential, including some safety clothing that is like needed to stay safe and dry, I put in this bag. So I can always grab this bag and I can change my clothing. So in any situation, whatever happened, I always have dry clothes and warm clothes, and it can always I'm always safe in this case. So this is this bag. Now then of course I need to carry everything. But let me face that if you walk around in the snow with all this kind of equipment, you sink away. So what I bring is also a pair of snowshoes. These are from MSR. They have several versions, and why I take this one, yeah, it could be a long video, because outdoor stuff is also really a passion from me. I really love outdoor stuff because so much thought and testing is going behind products. It's not like you just make something, just bring it on the market and it's done. No, it's so much testing, so much evolution in everything, and most of the time this kind of products, you even your life could depend on it. So that's why I'm really interested in like outdoor stuff. Now, what you need to think about, if you buy something like this, you have three different versions. You have a tube version. This is like a round tube around the whole system. It's relatively light, have nice grip, and have a like like open base. But this tubing is a little bit slippery because this one has like really serrations on the side, so it's just really grippy. This tubing system is more like for flat terrain, and this one is more for uphill or like inclined like that. So yeah, I can do a little bit more of backcountry with this kind of snowshoe. So yeah, the tubular version is more for straight ahead and flat terrain, and is much more agile and a little bit more lightweight. And this version with the steel or metal frame around it is more for like uphill and for uneven terrain. Now the third one is all plastic and it's super lightweight, good grip and everything. And most of the people go for this a newer version of the plastic, the like high quality plastic versions. But the downside from the plastic is that if you walk on the snow and with every step the whole construction is touching the snow and ice, it makes so much noise that you hear yourself, you cannot even hear yourself thinking anymore, so much noise it makes. And of course, if you do wildlife photography, you also want to be a little bit of stealth in the things what you're doing, and you don't want to alert all animals from 5 kilometers in distance already. Maybe some animals you want, but some most of the animals you don't want that. So yeah, this one have kind of nylon base, so only the edges is touching the snow and ice, and the rest is nylon. So it doesn't make any sounds. It's so compared to the plastic ones, it's really quiet. Also, this one have the function if you put your shoe in like that, you walk uphill, and you can just put, for example, a little metal rack around, so you can just walk straight. So your feet is still like horizon, and you can just walk up. So this one is more made for every purpose, all terrain, like a little bit more stealth, and I really do like this version. They have now a newer version out that's more shaped like your feet. So if you walk, you don't have to walk like your open legs and like for example like that. You know that you not trip on each other. But they are more like formed like your feet are formed, so that they fit more into each other. So you don't have to walk like wide-legged, but you can walk a little bit like normal-ish. But yeah, I have this one. This one are perfect. This one is a really heavy duty for this expedition, especially. You can also even make them a little bit longer with an add-on. So if you have more weight, you have like a little tail to have even more like lift in the snow. So yeah, great for the transport overall. But I carry everything, all the equipment I carry in my pulk. So I need to remove the light a little bit because it's a little bit make-up studio-ish. Because normally I have time to do everything, but I need to reconstruct the whole living room for this one. Sorry. This is my pulk, and the pulk is really simple. It's attached by these poles on my like strap. The strap I made myself because yeah, here in Holland we don't have usage a lot for this kind of pulks, so there are not a lot of stores who sell this kind of things. I need to buy this pulk and sticks in America, by the company Ski Pulk. Uh, Fantastic service. I had some questions for them, and they sent me right away some of my of the answers. So yeah, great company in America, and they sent me this sticks and the pulk. But I had my in my mind that I'm going to attach the sticks on my backpack. I had like little loops, and I could put them there. But yeah, that's really cumbersome because if I want to stop and want to make a video for you guys, and I want to put my like my camera somewhere, and I walk back, I all the time need to put my whole camera back off, on, off, on to do that, and this is a little bit cumbersome. So I was thinking, okay, I can order for a real lot of money. I can order then like a harness for the ski pulk, or I can just buy a climbing vest, cut down like the leg parts, and make a buckle on the front, and there are like a little bit of a D-ring, and I have my own like um, like pulk carrier. So yeah, this one I carry then around my waist like a belt, attached on the sticks, and the sticks are attached on the pulk itself. And yeah, I can show you the pulk. This is just a really like common pulk. It's just the Paris pulk. It's already really tested and in all kind of climates, especially in this yeah, winter conditions. It's fantastic. It's super simple, but it's doing his job. In the back you have a little bit of a metal piece, like look like shark, like fins. You can mount it like inside here when you don't want to use them, or you can mount it on the underside. So if you go on a slope, your sled is just staying behind you. It's not like sliding down like sideways. So I have a little bit more grip. And then you can strap everything with his buckles. You can strap everything nicely secured in the pulk itself. Now, on the front side, I have then for the ski, like for the sticks, and I have for my DJI, I have a little adhesive, like a little glue thing, and I can put my DJI Osmo Action 5 on the front. So yeah, I think really nice option to do it like that. And of course, I have some walking sticks to use because of course you need to keep your balance. But yeah, a long story, a really long story, a lot of gear, a lot of preparation, a lot of research. And I hope with this video I can help you guys a little bit to making decisions. For sure I forget something and I forgot something to mention, but this is a little bit like the most fastest possible video about all this gear. If you want to that I zoom in on a certain part of my gear collection, feel free to leave a comment underneath. If you say, hey Michael, did you think about this, or you have a recommendation about a certain gear, please feel free to put it also in the comments. I really like to read all the comments, and I really want to thank everybody for leaving comments on my last videos, because I see really a trend that is going up and up, and I really enjoy it. And even a few of you have contacted me on other socials about questions about my videos, and yeah, I try to help as much as I can. Of course, if it's getting hundreds and hundreds of comments, I don't have time to do that. But then I will just make a collection of all the questions, and I make another video to answer the questions in these comments like that. And then I hope you guys, I can help you a little bit in your preparations and in your photography adventure. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience, and I hope to see you soon. This will be the last video what I upload for my expedition. So yeah, this is causing like a few weeks that you don't hear something from me. In 2 weeks from this video, I'm going to leave for Norway, and when I'm coming back, of course, I'm going to share all this beautiful footage and hopefully the beautiful Muskox and some great opportunities and great experiences. And what my idea is a little bit that I make a whole video about this trip, like few chapters, and yeah, I can share almost everything with you. So yeah, thank you again, and see you later. Take care.